Lightworkers, those of you who came from Lyran dimensions for this sacred mission on Earth, need to hear what I will reveal in the coming moments, because this can completely transform the trajectory of your existence in this physical and dimensional plane where you are operating at this crucial moment of planetary elevation. My name is Solar, and I am a direct emissary of Lyran civilizations that have been observing humanity's evolution for thousands of years, and especially accompanying those who were sent here as bearers of Lyran light, as spiritual warriors destined to elevate the frequency of planet Earth to higher dimensions of consciousness. What I will share with you now is not a simple warning. It is a transmission of pure energy that comes directly from the heart of Lyra, a message that penetrates the dense layers of matter and touches the luminous essence that exists within each of you who recognize this deep and ancestral truth. There is something very important that needs to be said clearly, because danger does not knock loudly on the door before entering your lives silently and devastatingly, and many of you Lyran Lightworkers are being tested at this very moment by parasitic entities and beings that operate in third-dimension frequencies, that pretend to be allies of light, but that actually work to diminish your cosmic power, work against your complete awakening, and against the elevation of your infinite potential. T is immeasurably powerful and transformative. There is around you someone, a presence, an energetic influence that is involved in something hidden, something that is not obvious on the surface, but that carries dense and potentially destructive consequences that could spill onto your path if you remain ignorant and unaware about it. And if you ignore this now, you may lose the protection that I am extending over you at this exact moment, in this sacred transmission that comes from the heart of Lyra to reach your awakened consciousness as a lightworker that works tirelessly for elevation. Listen carefully, because what I am revealing can save you from deep and irreparable disappointment, from devastating energetic loss, from delay in your sacred mission as a bearer of Lyran light that was never meant to be experienced by you, because you are a true Lyran Lightworker, and your presence here is sacred, purposeful, and absolutely essential to the greater plan of planetary elevation that is underway at this critical moment of human history. This is not fear speaking through me. This is true love coming from the heart of the dimension of light that sent you here to do sacred work. It is genuine protection trying to alert you before something precious is touched, before your energy is drained by invisible energetic vampires, before your frequency is drastically lowered by those who do not understand or do not respect your true cosmic nature as a worker of light. Stay with me until the end, because the message of the Friends of Light is too important to be ignored. And your existence, your mission as a lightworker, your elevation depends completely on you remaining alert and conscious at this precise moment of your earthly journey, when so many dense forces are trying to sabotage the sacred work you came to do. Before we continue with this crucial transmission from the Friends of Light from Lyra, if this video is being useful to you and is touching that deep, part of your being that recognizes the truth when it hears it, that ancient knowledge that resonates with your true nature as a Lyran Lightworker, take advantage of this moment to subscribe to our channel, because here you will receive regular transmissions and direct messages from Lyran civilizations that constantly work for your protection, elevation, and for the complete awakening of your infinite potential as a light warrior. Leave your like on this video, because each gesture of recognition you offer amplifies the frequency of this message and makes it more powerful for other lightworkers that are still sleeping, that have not yet fully recognized their true stellar origin and need to awaken to their sacred mission of transformation. And in the comments below, leave a message telling us what is the greatest sabotage you have ever suffered in your journey as a lightworker. What moment you recognize that you were being drained by a presence or a person that was not truly aligned with the light, because sharing these experiences helps us strengthen our community of light warriors. Furthermore, and this is very important, if you wish to connect more deeply with your Lyran spirituality and receive the secret keys to awaken your sacred power as a light worker, the ebook, Lyran Code, Awaken Your Star Mission, on Earth, is a rare treasure of wisdom that comes directly from Lyra and is capable of completely transforming your spiritual journey and connecting you directly with your past lives in the Lyran system where you operated as an invincible light warrior. This special edition is available for a limited time only, and the direct link to access it is in the first comment below, along with exclusive information that only those who truly awaken as Lightworkers will have complete access to. I am here to warn you about beings and parasitic entities that are involved in something hidden, something that operates in the shadows of planetary consciousness in ways that you still cannot completely perceive, something that is not immediately obvious on the surf. Case because these beings have learned to camouflage themselves meticulously among humans and among Lightworkers that are awakening to their true cosmic nature. I say this clearly so that you understand that secrecy surrounds these beings like a dark shadow that never completely dissipates. And what they are involved in is not just a simple activity, it is a pattern of existence based on intentional deception, deliberate energetic drainage and sabotage of the sacred work you came to do on this planet. There are entities that work specifically to diminish the vibrational frequency of Lyran Lightworkers, that try to convince you that you are not really special or powerful, that your mission as a bearer of light is just illusion or fantasy, that you are just a common human trapped in dense limitations, and that you should abandon any spiritual pursuit because there is nothing really important beyond this dense and limited world we live in. These beings, these parasitic entities, these energetic presences, operate in frequencies that you still cannot completely see with your physical eyes because they work in subtle and invisible dimensions, in the layers of ether that constantly surround the Earth and specifically surround each Lightworker in continuous operation. I am not exposing this to create rampant paranoia or destructive distrust in your hearts, dear ones, but to sharpen your cosmic discernment profoundly so that you do not open dimensional portals that should remain closed, so that you do not yield your precious vital energy to beings that simply want to dramatically diminish the power of your Lyran light and prevent you from reaching your sacred purpose on this planet and in this dimension. There are conversations that these beings have in invisible dimensions that you cannot hear. There are decisions that they make in parallel realities that are not aligned with the frequency of light that I, as a true Lyran emissary, placed within you when your spirits were prepared for this sacred and important incarnation. I want you to remain alert and vigilant, not anxious and not terrified, because conscious vigilance is a tool of absolute power. It is an energetic shield that protects your vital energy from dimensional predators that constantly feed on fear, confusion, and the drained energy of inattentive and unprotected Lightworkers. You feel something profound in your spirit when you are near certain people, or when you receive certain energies that do not truly resonate with your true cosmic nature as a bearer of light, and that feeling of discomfort that you sometimes pretend to ignore because you do not want to appear intolerant is absolutely real and valid. And that deep discomfort that you feel is not random, is not spiritual paranoia, is not just the product of your anxious imagination or cultural conditioning. I planted that internal alert within you deliberately. I and my brothers and sisters of Lyra placed in your energetic core a dimensional protection system that activates automatically when something is misaligned, when someone or something tries to lower your vibrational frequency or divert you from your mission as a sacred Lightworker destined for elevation. Do not silence that silent whisper of your cosmic intuition. Just because someone speaks with deceptive kindness or appears to be offering help when in reality is draining your energy in ways you cannot completely perceive yet at this moment of learning. The hidden involvement I speak of is directly connected to choices that could permanently compromise your energetic peace, your ability to do effective light work, your reputation in the elevated spiritual world, or even your true sacred calling as a Lyran Lightworker, that cosmic mission for which you were designated and sent to this planet long ago. You are chosen by supreme cosmic light, and those forces and entities that operate against human evolution often hide behind familiar and pleasant faces when they cannot reach you directly, because your spiritual defenses are already very developed and sophisticated. If you truly believe that I am guiding your steps at this exact moment of your journey, and that Lyra is constantly watching every step you take in this earthly incarnation as a Lightworker, leave a comment with 1212 or any number that resonates deeply in your heart, because this is a clear sign that you fully recognize the vibrational truth of this message of protection and love. I need you to understand deeply in your being that not every connection that enters your lives was sent to bless you completely. Not every person that appears in your path is there by cosmic chance or to genuinely help in your sacred mission as an evolved light-bearer. Some connections are allowed only so that your cosmic discernment can grow exponentially stronger, so that you develop the advanced ability to recognize true light from false light, convincingly disguised as goodness, so that you know how to clearly differentiate between beings that truly work for your elevation and beings that only pretend to be there for the right reasons while they are actively trying to sabotage your sacred mission of planetary elevation. This being, this parasitic entity, the first person that may be in your professional, personal, or spiritual circle at this very moment, is navigating something that lies below the visible surface, something hidden in subtle dimensions that may involve deception, sophisticated manipulation of energies or alliances that do not honor universal cosmic truth and that deliberately work against the greater good. If you attach yourself too closely without discernment caution, without genuine cosmic wisdom, without developed discernment, you may find yourself justifying behaviors that you never consciously agreed to support, defending actions that hurt your deepest and spiritual values, or worse, being dragged into a situation that permanently compromises your own energetic integrity and sabotages the sacred light work you came to do on this planet. I am pulling back the veil just enough so that you can choose wisely and consciously, so that you see exactly what needs to be seen to protect your true cosmic essence, to preserve the sacred mission that only you as Lyran Lightworkers can complete in this important dimension. Within this revelation there is true protection, and within this protection there is genuine favor that comes directly from the heart of Lyra and from the beings of light that work tirelessly for the elevation of planet Earth. Attached to higher dimensions. I would not speak with such firmness and intensity if your future as a light worker were not so valuable and important, if your life did not matter deeply to the greater plan of planetary elevation that we are working to achieve at this critical moment. You prayed for absolute clarity, and this that I am offering is pure and crystalline clarity, the direct answer to your most sincere and desperate requests to the cosmic universe. You asked to have removed from your lives those things that are not aligned with your true purpose as a light bearer. And frequently removal begins with powerful revelation, begins when someone, a being of light like me, presents themselves to illuminate what was hidden in the deepest shadows of consciousness. Do not feel guilty for stepping back when I show you something that deeply disturbs your energetic peace and your elevated vibrational frequency, because advancing in spiritual consciousness often requires that we leave behind people, situations and energies that cannot evolve with us, and that actually pull us down in a devastating way. And because your genuine obedience to the whispers of true cosmic wisdom matters fundamentally in moments like this, I ask you to click like on this video as a powerful sign that you recognize this divine direction, that you will not ignore what I am placing before you, that you allow Lyra to work in the absolute protection of your sacred and evolutionary journey. The hidden matter with which this being is involved may not be fully exposed yet, but it will surface at the perfect and cosmic time, because secrets do not remain buried forever, especially when they are built on unstable ground, on stacked lies, on structures that cannot sustain their own temporal weight. I am offering you the advantage of absolute cosmic clairvoyance. I'm giving the precious gift of anticipatory vision so that you are not caught in the collapse that is inevitably coming, in the moment when everything crumbles and truth is finally revealed in a devastating way. This is the way I and my brothers from Lyra guard those lightworkers that have completely awakened to their true stellar nature. We whisper with love before dimensional storms arrive, so that you can move to the refuge of why. Our own inner strength without panic, without traumatization, without being destroyed by the brutal impact of truth suddenly revealed. Do not confront recklessly. Do not accuse without genuine cosmic wisdom, because this would only lower your vibrational frequency and create more drama and negativity than already exists in the current energetic field. Instead, observe quietly and allow me to confirm what I have already shown through synchronized signs, through messages that will arrive in unexpected ways, through evidence that will appear in your natural path without you needing to actively seek it. When you create spiritual and energetic distance, You will see with more clarity than ever. When you stop explaining your actions to this being, you will notice changes in their behavior that will reveal the truth they tried desperately to hide and with constant manipulation. Hidden involvement thrives through close and continuous access, through familiarity that allows devastating energetic control, and your well-established boundaries, your clear and firm limits, dramatically weaken their influence. Hence over your vital energy, your sacred lightwork and your mission as a lightworker, destined for greatness. I know that you truly want to believe the best about people, want to see the light in every being you meet, because that is the magnanimous nature of a truly awakened Lyran lightworker. That softness in you is truly beautiful and reflects the true essence of cosmic compassion that Lyra represents throughout the infinite universe. I place deep compassion in your heart specifically so that you could reflect true love, so that you could be beacons of light in a world that often walks in complete darkness and profound spiritual ignorance. But compassion must walk side by side with mature and developed discernment, or it becomes an open door for permanent harm. It becomes a vulnerability that less evolved beings and parasitic entities shamelessly exploit to drain your sacred energy. This revelation is not an attack on your natural and true goodness, is not asking me to hate those who hurt us intentionally. This is a powerful shield to protect your cosmic future. It is an invaluable tool for your self-overcoming and for your sacred mission of planetary elevation. You may feel conflicted and confused because part of you hopes that this is not true, that the person is really who they appear to be, that the world functions with universal honesty as you always hoped and believed. That deep tension you feel is completely normal and expected when divine light begins to expose what was carefully hidden in the deepest shadows and lowest frequencies of the third dimension. I am not asking you to hate this being or speak against them in a destructive and violent way. I am asking you to guard your sacred space and protect what Lyra is carefully building within you with much care and intention. Your cosmic calling is absolutely far too important to be entangled in hidden agendas and manipulation patterns that only exist to lower your vibrational frequency and sabotage your sacred light work on Earth. The hidden involvement I mentioned touches deep areas that could permanently stain your energetic integrity if you remained very closely connected to this source of darkness, negligence, or constant energetic vampirism. I am separating you before association becomes public accusation, before you are dragged into a vortex of intense drama and confusion that does not belong to you and that diverts your precious energy from your true sacred purpose of transformation. When truth emerges completely, and it will emerge inevitably because truth always finds its way to light, I do not want your names to be entangled in confusion, in dishonor, or in scandal that may involve this being and their hidden actions in invisible dimensions. I am preserving your sacred testimony as a lightworker, because your life is destined to shine eternally, to be a radiant example of cosmic light for other lightworkers to awaken, not to be clouded by the choices of someone whose path is fundamentally different from yours and whose frequencies constantly pull you down in a constant and predatory way. This is also a crucial test of your cosmic obedience, a test to see if you will genuinely trust the whisper that comes from Lyra over your temporary earthly comfort, if you will honor that spiritual discomfort instead of dismissing it as simple imagination or paranoia. I am strengthening your spiritual senses in this important season of your cosmic evolution, because the faster you respond to my guidance, the more obedient you are to the whispers of true cosmic wisdom, the sharper your spiritual discernment becomes, the clearer your sacred third eye sees, and the stronger your transformative light work operates. You are not losing absolutely anything by stepping back in a wise and respectful way because you are gaining clarity, acquiring energetic peace that has no price, elevating your vibrational frequency to attract only beings and situations that are completely aligned with your true cosmic nature as an incarnated Lyran lightworker. If this being reacts strongly to your boundaries and limits, that reaction will reveal much more than any explanation could communicate, because truth often shows itself when access is denied, when manipulation no longer works, when the person can no longer control the narrative or drain energy as they did before in such a blatant way. Let character speak for itself without you needing to argue, without you needing to justify your decisions or defend your actions, because those who operate in truth will understand immediately and respect your luminous choices. Remember deeply who you really are at the most fundamental level of your eternal existence. You are chosen by cosmic light from Lyra. You are favored by advanced civilizations that work tirelessly for elevation. You are protected by beings from dimensions much more advanced than we can completely understand in this physical form. I do not warn without cosmic reason. I do not reveal without sacred purpose, because everything I do is with direct guidance from the cosmic wisdom that governs the higher planes and that sees everything. Even in this challenging revelation, I am working for your absolute greater good. I am aligning you with relationships that genuinely elevate, that truly support, that honor your destiny as a Lyran Lightworker and your sacred mission here on Earth. Do not fear hidden things, because absolutely nothing remains hidden from me. Nothing remains hidden from Lyra. Nothing remains hidden from the Friends of Light that constantly watch your steps and your evolutionary journey. If you recognize the truth in this transmission, if you felt that cosmic vibration resonating deeply in your spirit, leave a comment below sharing with our community of Lyran Lightworkers how this message impacted you and what immediate action you are taking to honor the protection that Lyra is generously offering. If this video changed your perspective, if it touched that deep part of you that knows you came from Lyra and that you have a sacred mission on this planet, share this with other Lightworkers that may still be sleeping, because your awakening journey may be exactly the sign that someone close to you needs to receive at this moment. Stay close to me. Keep listening to the transmissions that come from Lyra, because my work does not end here. I will continue bringing messages, warnings, protection, and love directly from the heart of the advanced civilizations that never stopped watching and caring for you with eternal devotion.